1, 2, 3, 4. It's about time that I'll be getting home. The sick man has got my beating. It's about time that I'll be getting home. The sick man has got my beating. It's about time that I'll be getting home. The sick man has got my beating. The sick man has got my beating. The sick man has got my beating. The sick man has got my beating.
Hello. Something similar. Yeah, maybe a little crazy, but nothing too crazy.
I agree. Yeah, we're gonna see some nice close pack racing and hopefully a good finish and a good winner. You got Hendrick teammates Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon.
Row number 3, it's gonna be the 42 of I don't know these drivers, bro. And Kyle Busch on his outside.
That's Mark Martin. Wait, no, wait. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, never mind. I think it's it.
Carl Edwards and I can't see the number.
Max Papis.
Yeah, him. Kenseth.
Wait, that's Kenseth. That's not Papis. I thought that was Papis. I didn't realize that was Kenseth. Okay.
Casey Kane.
Denny Hamlin.
Pete. Yo, when these engines are gonna start. Oh, there they are. Here we go. Ooh, that was bad. Here we go. That was better. Who's in the 42?
Montoya.
Yo, I forgot Montoya existed. Cause yeah, I'm used to Target for Montoya.
Nice, Denny. 3-4. X gives teammates on the front row.
Pace car is off. Go, green flag. Give me a second. Green flag. Even restart. Gordon wasn't really able to keep up with Hamlin, but Hamlin could actually nose ahead entering turn number 1 for the first time here in the duels. The outside, not really organized.
Yeah.
Hamlin does not
Hamlin.
have any help from Gordon right now.
If the inside, it's gonna let the inside lane now fly by virtually on the inside. That's not really dumb.
Maybe the outside can gather up a little bit on the down the back stretch. They're gonna gather up a little bit better.
Yeah, outside's still pretty weak. It's just 3 cars basically that have a slight breakaway, but Tony Stewart
Stewart's
moving
gonna
up
go
now.
block the top. Here comes Johnson. Johnson to the inside. Get a nose ahead entering 1. Gonna
Pretty
clear
even now
off
between
2.
both lanes.
Yeah, the help is now there on the outside. Johnson to go up to block down the bag. I think that was the move. They have a run. Gordon looks like he's going to the middle. Not gonna get there. Maybe. Oh, he does. Johnson go back to the bottom.
Rewind.
Yeah, he's in the sucker hole right now. And just, he made the middle work. I thought Bush was going to go with them, and he just didn't. So Gordon's just going to go backwards because of that.
Unless someone decides to pull out a line and go through the middle.
I don't know. It would have to probably be a teammate. I mean, Kyle Busch is a teammate with Denny. I say that as Denny goes high and Bush doesn't go with them. We have another car in the sucker hole.
Yeah, we're trying to make up a third lane here.
Here comes here comes Kurt Busch. We're gonna 3 wide for second now. 3 by 3 behind Johnson. This side drafting is just allowing him to get a little bit of a lead, but is he too far out? I mean, with them 3 by 3 behind him, I mean, it might work.
And we saw this in the clash. If you remember, Johnson had a pretty big gap for about 3 or 4 laps before the rest of the field began to catch up to him.
Kurt Busch might get clear here. He does. In the center of the corner with a little bit of help from Gordon here. Now, does he try to run down Jimmy Johnson? Gonna go up to the outside. That's where this momentum is on the back straightaway. Here comes Kurt Busch to the inside. Gotta go to the inside.
He's gotten help from the 100 car. Is Gordon gonna use that arrow push to get Kurt Busch out in front? It looks like he does. Kurt Busch goes up to block.
Does Gordon go up to the outside to try and work up with Johnson? But then Kurt Busch made the move, so can't really help his teammate now. He's gonna have Carl Edwards behind him. He's gonna look to the inside. Gordon's gonna get put in the middle again.
3 wide.
Edwards has no help, and Johnson's gonna go with his teammate. Down the back. Gordon's gonna keep his lead. Does Johnson get clear of the 99 of Edwards? He is by a mile. Johnson can get the lead back here. Teammates on the inside. Hendrick Motorsports out front. Johnson tucked in behind him. Here comes Busch again. Johnson almost blocked and could have cleared himself there, but went back up. This is a duel. Probably thought it was too risky to block for lap 5 in the duels. Yeah.
So now it's Gordon
who on his ass, bro. He's a little too quick.
So now 101-2 Gordon, slightly with a bigger advantage over his teammate, but there goes Johnson to the inside with some help from Juan Pablo Montoya. Montoya had a great qualifying effort, started up here towards the front of the field, and now going for the lead again with help from Tony Stewart behind him.
Smoke, our pole sitter of the Daytona 500, is. And I mean, he's already locked onto the pole, so he doesn't really have to be done too crazy here, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think this is like some Roush. Oh wait, no, this hasn't happened yet. Never mind.
Goes to the inside, trying to get picked up by Tony Stewart.
Yeah, they need to work together and try to isolate that 48, which is actually what they're gonna do. Gordon almost left his teammate. I thought he was gonna make the move for sure. The
Those are the
inside
lights.
just doesn't seem to be too organized right now. The gap from Stewart to Bush is a little too far, which could allow Jimmy Johnson to keep the lead here as they're on the trial to take lap number 8. Here comes Kurt Busch, going to be able to get up to Smokey now and just try and keep Johnson on the outside. The bottom has been strong, but both lanes be formed up pretty good. Johnson trying to take the outside with him. I think he's going to get clear off too. Round the back straightaway they go. He's going to have the run. He's clear inside of Montoya. Kurt Busch is not able to stick with that 14 car. Here comes Kansas to the bottom now. Going to go all the way to the bottom now. Could be 3 wide, and it is.
3
It's
wide.
these Hendrick duo to stay out front.
That is the lights, yeah.
Doesn't have the help. Hendrick's gonna stay together. No, Johnson's gonna leave his teammate. No, he's gonna go back up. I think he was just trying to block Hamlin's team. He's gonna go back up, try to take his teammate of Jeff Gordon with him.
Coming up to the halfway point in this first duel. Still side by side for the lead. Hamlin is not giving up without a fight.
Hamlin's still on his inside. Montoya is coming. Hamlin.
Oh.
He tried to go up, but Gordon got there a little fast. Biffle gonna go to the bottom now. Gonna follow his Roush teammate Matt Kenseth. Johnson gonna clear by car length. On board with Montoya here, trying to get up to Denny.
Johnson's going to get the halfway bonus. Well, there's no really bonus.
Not yet. He's not gonna get it, but like, yeah, I think Johnson has the best car. I think Gordon also has a pretty good car, but I don't think it's just as good as Johnson. Kenseth is gonna hit the brakes. I don't know what the plan was there for Kenseth. He just backed up and gonna kind of split us into 2 packs a little bit here. And I mean, I think the outside is just where you want to be. I think that just has the most steam, unlike what we saw earlier in this race where you want it to be on the bottom, the roles have flipped. The outside seems to have all the steam right now as something happened in the front. And here we go.
There
Down
go the
pit
leaders.
road. Johnson, Hamlin, Smoke, and Kenseth gonna all come down pit road, down to the car of the day. Johnson needs a good pit stop, wants to hold his lead. He's going to lead them off in the pit stops, but will we see any strategy? Will some people take only right sides? Will we see anything funny here that can potentially take Johnson away from his lead as they head down in their pit stops?
Looks like it's going to be...
They're probably going to take lefts too, I'd assume. Nope, just right sides. We're probably going to see some more pit stops.
Man.
Mark Martin. I mean, these I don't think they've recovered from when Kenseth hit the brakes on him. Kenseth hit the brakes, then went down pit road. Kind of devious.
Way
We see a
bigger pack coming in.
massive pack come down pit road. That's going to be something here. If these guys can all come... Oh my god, that's literally everyone. I need to close my door. Hold on. Right side seems to be the call. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. Left sides aren't really needed at most ovals, especially at Daytona. I feel like you really just need gas, so you might as well take tires while you're filling the thing up.
The first 4, though, who pitted, they're going to be picked up by this pack.
They're either gonna hunt down the pack, and I mean, if they do get out in front of them, they do have Johnson with them, so that's gonna help them a lot. If they do get in front of them, I feel like they will be hawked down under green, but they're
Here comes
side
those
by
last
side.
3
They're not working
cars.
together. I think Johnson's by himself, I think he could still net gain to the lead. I forgot who won race off pit road, but we'll see. No one's really up to speed yet.
First car out, though.
Yeah, I don't think Johnson's gonna catch those two, but
Question is, can they break away? I
don't think they can break away. I think once Johnson tucks back in, once everyone gets to speed, that's gonna be a 4v2, and I think the 4 is gonna win. Right now, Johnson's still far out. The last group of guys are in pit road, but they were really disorganized when they tried to come in, so they're gonna get past soon.
Oh, huge
Johnson
momentum
with a big.
Here comes Hamlin.
Johnson to the inside. Hendrick. And
got some more cars coming out.
2v2 here. Hamlin to go with his teammate. Gordon gonna go with his. As we see, that's Robbie Gordon coming out of pit road. Or is that Robbie Gordon or is that
That's a 31. I'm pretty sure that's Burton. Well, we're gonna come back around, and it's gonna be, yeah.
Looks like the 2v2 is on into a single file train. 4 cars under a blanket with 7 to go, but Johnson he has the car to make these single moves. Hamlin's actually not gonna go with his teammate.
By the looks of it, though, right now, if these front 4 are gonna stay like this, the last thing they need is a yellow. We obviously haven't seen one at all today.
Was there any in the?
So it could be very detrimental for their dual hopes.
Was there caution in the clash?
There was like 3, yeah.
Johnson. The solo move didn't really seem to work for Johnson. He has the dominant car, but looks like even those cars kind of OP, still needs some help. Hamlin looks like he's kind of struggling to keep up a little, honestly. He might just have a bad car, might be having to lift in the corners, which is just not a car you want at Daytona. I say that here's Johnson trying to make another move here. Busch needs to stay with his teammate if Hamlin wants to get clear and not have that pressure from behind. And he does, but he's going to go for second as well. Going to leave his teammate, and that's going to allow Johnson to maybe stay in P3. But I say that as he's kind of losing the pack just a tiny bit. Kyle Busch going to keep the inside. Jeff Gordon going to keep the outside here. Teammates just not really working together here. Zero chemistry between these 4.
The last time around, the gap between these 4 cars and the rest of the field was about 2 seconds. It was a 2-second drop off to Marcus Ambrose as we come across the line. What will the gap be?
A little bit more.
Side across the line still moves up to about 2.5 seconds now. But these back guys starting to build up in the second pack.
They have the cars, but the front pack has Johnson.
Question is, are they going to be able to catch up? Obviously, bigger pack of cars, that means more momentum. And if you think about it, they're not that far away from these.
They have the time, they just don't have the chemistry right now. They're not working together as much as they should be.
Speaking of which, looks like the top 2 have broken away from the rest of them.
I think Johnson made a pass that just side drafted a lot out of Kyle Busch.
And they're sitting Hamlin side by side. Is Hamlin going to be able to take the lead? Not just yet.
I think he's going to make it off too, but now I think Johnson and Busch are going to be able. It
closed actually kind of widened.
Wasn't that 2.9 last time?
It was 2.5, so not pretty big drop off.
They're gonna go 2x2 again. Hamlin, almost clears himself on his teammate Johnson. Go to the extreme bottom, gonna make the move on Hamlin, but he's just not there. And they're gonna go back to single file. Nope, Johnson keep side drafting. That's just gonna side draft and allow the 18 to 24 to get away. But Johnson's gonna be in the draft. He's gonna be able to clear Hamlin off 4 as we're gonna reach 3 laps to go. Busch, he's looking inside. Is he gonna go inside? Yeah, now they're working together, but
what is the gap going to be across the stripe? It's decreased by about 0.2 of a second.
This is exactly what they want to see. The leaders were side drafting, and they were single file that lap, but now it looks like they're starting to get a little disorganized. Edwards is all over the place trying to make this pass right now.
I don't think they're going to be able to get up there in time.
They have 3 laps, and they just need to close. practically a second this lap if they want to have a chance.
Jeff Gordon has.
I mean, it allows for Hamlin, who did go backwards that lap. We'll see.
Jeff Gordon
what
has
is-
dominated the front pack, though. He's led.
They were
basically
definitely
the whole
more
way.
single file that lap. I want to see what it is when they were. All of them were kind of not. We're all trying to work together.
So-
Press. They did gain a little bit, but I don't think they just don't have the time now. It's 2
No,
laps
they
to go.
definitely don't.
Coming to the white, Johnson, the dominant car of the day, is in second place. He got his teammate down at the bottom of the track. Here comes Jimmy Johnson, followed by Kyle Busch.
Bush is going to use that arrow push.
I don't think that's the move for Kyle Busch. I think should have stayed with Jeff Gordon. I think it's going to be hard to make the pass on Johnson for the win as he goes
Oh, he
up to
clears
his
him.
teammate. Going to go back down the
back to
block. Kyle
bottom.
Busch, white flag is in the air. 1 to go in the Daytona Duels. Here comes Kyle Busch. He's looking to the inside. Not going to get through this time by. He's going to have to set it up for a last lap pass, but that is a dominant car. Jimmy Johnson has had the best car all night. It's going to be hard to get around him for this final time. Off of turn number 2, down the back straight for the final time here at Daytona. Johnson leads Busch. Follow him down the back straightaway. Could this be the pass he needs for the win? Johnson by himself as well.
Pull that. We're going to be 3 wide.
3 wide for the lead.
Oh, my God.
Busch. The dog gets nailed. Gosh, Kyle Edwards into him. Kenseth involved as well.
Oh, my God.
Wow, Jeff Gordon's
Jeff
gonna
Gordon.
win the Daytona Duels.
What an incredible finish. Kyle Busch upside down.
Caution is out.
Oh, man. What a
crash
Huge
to end our
crash.
first duel. Horrific crash to end it. I thought we were gonna have something cool, but ouch! What a hard impact, especially for Johnson. He took a Busch took a really nasty lick there, getting basically hooked into that outside wall.
But Johnson, he got hit really hard head on.
he
I
got
hope
hit
he's
by
going to be okay.
Kurt Busch. That one.
You see, Gordon is going to make the move to the inside of Kyle Busch. They're 3 wide heading into turn 3. And then eventually Kyle just slides up. And he just hooks himself on that 48 car. And then they're sliding up the track. Bam! Hard on the wall. Kyle goes up and over. And then eventually they're just kind of left to slide down the track. And Jimmy's going to get hammered by the 2 car. The 2, oh my goodness. He had that big crash last time around in the shootout, and unfortunately, it just gets even worse for the Penske Dodge. Unfortunately, though, it ended. Unfortunately, though, it just ended in the way that nobody wanted to see. Kyle's upside down, and then Ambrose barely getting by, and then there's that heavy contact further back. And then you see Kurt Busch up there as well. He tries to pull out to the outside, which is unfortunately the wrong decision. He's just going to absolutely clobber that 48 car.
Just trying to get the race
and
back
then,
for the duel, and
man, huge contact as well with
goes the wrong
Kenseth.
way.
I think Kenseth may have got an impact as well. Gets into the 48 car. So we're coming to the line. Yep.
I honestly thought Johnson was gonna win just because of how fast his car is.
I thought Gordon was going to hang on because Gordon had basically led the these top
That's
4
my
guys the
four-time
whole way
champ.
through. And they're 3 wide.
You saw Kyle Busch was able to drive it back away. Jimmy Johnson getting towed to his pit stall.
Let's hope Jimmy's going to be okay after that one. Kyle Busch obviously driving the car back. We know he's basically all right. But Jimmy, I mean, took some head-on hits, especially from the 2 car. What? Wow. Who could have expected that? Daytona Daytona 500 pole sitter.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gatorade Duel number 2 from Daytona. What a thriller we just had in Duel 1. Unbelievable finish with one guy going upside down, Kyle Busch that is, Jimmy Johnson taking some big hits, and Jeff Gordon getting away with the win. What will we see here in Duel number 2 here? What are we expecting?
I said before the duel it wasn't gonna be nothing too crazy, but after seeing Kyle Busch literally go upside down, I think it could be just a little bit crazy.
I think it's gonna calm down just a tad bit, but we're still gonna see some chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and go over our starting top 10 grid. Roll number 1, we have Dale Earnhardt Jr., the Pied Piper of Daytona, and I believe Sam Hornish Jr., 77.
Yep.
Then we got that is not Ryan Newman. That is I have no idea. What?
Are you good, man?
Ryan Keselowski.
We already
Wait.
have Ryan Keselowski. He's in the 25.
Wait, Brad isn't in the 12?
No, Brad,
What?
No.
What the hell? We had 3 Keselowskis in the field, so this is gonna be Bob Keselowski.
Bob Keselowski in the 12.
And I don't know. Reed Sorensen in the 43. Max Papis.
We got the 13 of, is that not Mears?
It's Max Papis.
Okay, Max Papis, and the 98 of Josh Wise.
Look at his sponsor.
It's Paul Menard.
Okay, so it's not Josh Wise, it's Paul Menard. Then
Back
behind
here in
him,
row number 4, we have, I'm pretty sure that is not Ryan Mears.
is it Kate Kane?
That is Scott Speed, and
Scott
the
Speed,
82,
and Elliott
19 of
Sadler.
Elliott Sadler.
Elliott Sadler.
Yeah, Mikey Tripp and Robbie Gordon right now in our top 10.
Here we go. We're getting ready to kick off this event here from Daytona. Unbelievable
Oh, heck
racing.
yeah.
Unbelievable racing in the last one. This has honestly been more exciting than the duels. I can't lie. The duels, it wasn't that racing. It was some good
You mean
racing.
the
shootout.
the clash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
But
shootout. My
shootout,
fault. That hasn't been invented yet.
Kyle Busch ended up winning that one. And then it just went upside down. He had a really fast car. Now he has to bring it back up for the 500. But we're getting ready to go ahead and kick this one off from Daytona. Who are our picks? I'm obviously going to go with another Hendrick driver, and that's Dale Jr. Who do y'all have?
I'm gonna go with Scott Speed.
I'm gonna go with Junior.
Okay, we got two guys for Junior. Here we go. We're getting ready to kick off duel number 2 from Daytona International Speedway. Hope y'all enjoy. And here is the command from Daytona International.
I think these guys might be Junior fans.
Drivers, start your
Engines are fired up from Daytona. Fans are ready, on their feet. They got to see Duel 2, and now they're getting ready to see Duel 1. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Now they're getting ready to see Duel 2. Duel 1 was a thriller. Let's see how this one ends up. Do you guys think we'll see a powerhouse like they did Gordon, Busch, Johnson?
Well, maybe they're gonna give. Well, Junior is gonna be second place in the 500, so maybe he has just as good as car. Hendrick teammate gonna have. Maybe they're gonna give him what Johnson gave him. We'll see.
And Junior knows how to get his way around here. Mateo, do you think we'll see what we saw with the breakaways after the green flag pit stops?
Junior-
That was the only caution we saw.
Junior is a bit of a serious VA merchant using lessons he learned from his father.
Here we go. Green flag underway. We're racing here in duel number 2.
Green flag is out. Sam Hornish gonna get a bit of a jump on Junior for the start here. He's gonna have help behind him.
Okay, really quick. What sections are we going to do for commentary?
Huh?
Mateo.
I want like 3 and 4 in the back stretch. Not the back stretch, the front stretch.
Where's Mateo?
No.
Okay, well, we'll just keep it going for now. We'll sort it out when he gets back. Here we go, down the backstretch. Sam Hornish Jr. barely out front of the 88 here. Double foul here from Daytona International Speedway. Under the lights. Mateo, we are back. What sections of the track will we be commentating from?
I do tri-oval. I'll do start finish on to like halfway through 1 and 2. Zorgo gets 2 to end of backstretch, and Lit gets 3 and 4, and all the way to the line.
I want to switch with Lit.
You want 3 and 4 to the line?
Yeah.
Oh, what did you have?
2 in the back stretch.
Alright. So here we go. We already have 2 packs here heading into turn 3 and 4. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, that there's 2 solid packs. We have the guys who are actually kind of fast, and we have the not so great equipment cars. Junior is going to get out to an early lead here as Sam Hornish related back. David Reagan kind of holding those guys up in that second pack as Junior is going to lead another lap here.
3 wide, 2 rows deep. Look at the 12 car of Bob Keselowski in the middle between Hornish and Max Pappas. As
Whoa!
there's contact. They slide up the track, almost getting in the wall.
Yeah, that was really close there in the turn. Now as we head down the backstretch, maybe these guys, I don't know if they're going to calm down, but I may see why there's a separate pack now because of the way the intense racing is here in Daytona right now.
Yeah, I mean, they just could be taking it careful after what they saw in Duel 1, the big one that happened in 3 and 4 on the white flag. Maybe they're just trying to take it easy, not get involved, as we see these guys already starting to go 3 wide with Scott Speed on the bottom of, I forgot, and Sadler.
Across the line we go. Sam Hornish Jr. is your new leader. It is side by side between Keselowski and Jr. for second. Sadler, though, barely edging ahead of Scott Speed for fourth.
Here we go. Down the backstretch. Sam Hornish leading the field. Here comes Junior. I'm surprised. Junior doesn't have the help or any teammates like his other teammates did earlier today. And he's going to have to try his best here.
And yeah, Junior he's going to start staying the 500 as the outside starts to form up like we did see in Duel 1. Sadler's going to go to the inside, the ditch Hornish for Dale. And who's going to lead the lap? It's going to look like Junior.
Hornish got him.
It's going to be Hornish, though.
I 10th up a second. They're still jostling each other back and towards the back of the field, but now they're nicely double filed up through turn number 2. Scott Speed barely sliding himself inside ahead of Michael Waltrip.
Yeah, trying to monitor these 2 groups is a lot to keep up with. Hornish with a very strong race car. I'm surprised to see that. And back here we have Furniture Row and some other guys.
And yeah, Hornish qualified 4th, so I mean, obviously has a strong car, but with Junior now in second, who qualified 2nd, is now going to have a chance to try to hawk him down. As Sadler's going to go to the inside, going to side jack. It's going to not really help them here as we're now 4th to this race.
Sam Hornish Jr., 3-time IndyCar champion. Second year full-time in the Cup Series driving for Penske. He's performed quite well in the super speedways, and obviously with that 4th place qualifying effort that we saw for the 500. He's doing pretty well managing the field in Deal 2.
Comes Junior making a big move on the 77. No, the 12's going to leave him and go with his teammate, I'm pretty sure. Down the backstretch, here comes the 13 of Matt Pappas as we head to turn number 3.
I mean, here comes Junior to the inside, trying to get past Sam Hornish, followed by Pappas. Brad to the outside. Keselowski to the outside, trying to follow the Penske teammate. 77 also going to the outside. No, going to go back down to the bottom. Going to help that 3-car train. Junior leads.
I want to give a little bit of a shout out to Bob Keselowski, still keeping himself up here in the Penske number 12, obviously behind his other Penske teammate of Hornish. Still side by side for the lead though, sliding up. Pappas is in the sucker hole now.
3 wide off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. The back of this field still very calm, but here we go. Brian Keselowski back in that pack, and his dad, I'm pretty sure, in the 12 is right behind the 88, who's trailing the 77.
Here they go through 3 and 4. I mean, Hornish is just pulling away. That is a strong car for that Penske Dodge. Junior is trying to catch up with Kozlowski. I mean, those would be the two to do it. Junior has a strong car. I think the gap is starting to close just a little bit.
Now you see the top three are starting to pull away slightly, but we're going to see some pit stops run halfway as we did last time around since there were no cautions. But the way that they're racing, there's a possible chance that we might get one.
Yeah, here we go once again. Junior's going to go high. Big block there. As it come down the back straightaway. Going to try and get some momentum. The 77 extremely fast here. All by himself. Clean air is just really good for that race car.
My fault. 71 trying to get to the outside, making that lane for him up. They're just slowly wheeling in that 77 as Junior's gonna look low. Sadler gonna follow him here. They're on the bumper, that 77 now.
Aggressive block by Hornish as they came across the line. That allows Nemechek to potentially close the gap. And there goes Sadler to the inside of Junior, but he couldn't make the move done as it's Junior now still all over the back bumper of the 77.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the back of this field. Still spread out, kind of just hanging back away from a lot of the busyness right now, but up front still pretty intense. And here comes Junior going to try and make a move to the inside and get the lead back.
Dale to the inside, gonna pass Hornish, who has been pretty dominant these past few laps. He has the help with Sadler, the 71 behind him. Is Junior gonna come down pit road? Someone's gonna come down pit road. It's Pappas, I think, went down pit road. Hornish is gonna stay out front.
Robbie Gordon was the one who decided to go into pit road. So he is our first of many takers eventually. But there you see Junior falling back. Look at Sadler trying to get around. Nemechek also closing in on these two.
We had to see the strategy from the last duel. It was pretty spread out, but in the end, Kyle Busch and I believe Jeff Gordon pitted earlier than everybody else, and they still ended up with a chance to win.
I mean, yeah, but now this time Gordon is just not gonna have any help. Pit by himself. I think we're gonna see our next group of cars come down pit road.
Yep.
We're gonna see Hornish and a lot of these guys coming. Actually, I think one car stayed out. I think it was
The entirety of the front pack.
someone stayed out, and everyone's gonna come down.
Everyone.
Everyone except for one guy, I'm sure.
Robbie Gordon was the only one who
Let's
did
see
not
how
pit.
Robbie
Well,
Gordon cycles here.
Someone stayed
the
out
34.
before them. I'm pretty sure.
oh, it was Reagan.
Reagan.
David Reagan.
Gordon,
I think Reagan just has a slow
down.
car.
Robbie Gordon is gonna try his best, but here's
Gordon's
the main
out.
pack.
He's gonna have no help. I think some guys might be already off. Nope.
Let's see who gets off pit road. Here comes Robbie Gordon, I'm pretty sure. No,
Right sides. No, 4 tires
Who's
for
gonna
that
get out?
88.
Junior, get out there.
Different
Not yet. He's
shit.
gonna have to go now.
Sadler.
different strategies this duel. Last duel we saw only right sides. This time we're seeing left sides being added onto the cars as well.
Let's see, bigger group. Here comes the 7. I think that's the 7 this time. He's
How
gonna
many
try his
cars
best
is he
to
gonna
get to
pass?
the lead. Will he get to the main people? If he can't get by these guys, I see that'd be very hard. The 77 is behind the 19.
I think these are the guys who took
Sadler.
right sides.
Here comes the 7. Head down the back straightaway now.
I think
He's
Robbie
gonna
Gordon
try and get by.
probably also took right sides, but since he was by himself, it didn't really work as well as the guys who did take right sides and were in the pack. So Robbie Gordon, he's gonna be able to get a little in front, but he's probably gonna be engulfed by that pack very, very soon. At least Sadler, probably one of the main guys who took right sides, that's gonna be in our lead.
Yes.
David Reagan now eventually came down to pit road. So,
This is your battle for the lead. Let's see. If
yeah, you
Sadler
battle for the lead. Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip in second, and I think we still have a couple more guys trying to sort themselves out. But Sadler is currently out front, but these two guys behind him will have a chance to catch up.
Yeah, we never know. We can see a yellow, very spread out, much more spread out than Duel 1 than we did. than we
Yeah,
saw.
the strategies defer a little bit. That's probably what's causing us to be a little spread out with the right sides, left sides. I think that's going to spread out, but I think they will accordion back together with that tire difference, especially with the pack difference. The majority in the back, they're going to accordion together. Sadler's just by himself.
Oh my, they caught second.
Big gap there. So Mike Waltrip, I believe, by the end of the backstretch, is pretty much going to be up there. There's Hornish making a move to the inside, side by
Here he
side through turn two.
comes.
Yeah, I didn't even know Hornish made a move there. He got from behind the 55. He already knows he has a stronger car. Everybody else back here is just racing. We'll see how it all plays out in the end. We never know. These three could get together like we saw in Duel 1 at the end.
You never know if they work together. They do have the dominant car, which seems to be Sam Hornish with them. So if they maybe just go single file, it could be impossible, nearly impossible, to try and catch up with them at the end. Hornish is going to get left behind, though. Honestly, the smart thing, I think you want Hornish not out front. It's going to be really hard to pass him.
Let's see
Still
what
side by
happens.
side.
Oh, they are actually losing time from this pack right here. That is 3 wide with Dale Jr. in the middle.
They got to be careful up here.
Whoa, contact.
On the inside, they touch almost.
Yeah, here we go. And I guess they're going to sort themselves back out. But these guys are faster than the 3 ahead of them at this rate. But they're single file now. We'll see how it all turns out in the end. But these guys currently, what it looks like, the faster pack.
Yeah, they will be if they can just keep gaining time with Gordon and Junior single file, and I can't really see who's behind them right now, but if they keep doing what they're doing, they're going to be able to catch up with this thing. But Pappas is going to say, no, I want to be the one up front. Let me catch these two, try to get the main positions.
They lost time.
The front pack has half the size of this backpack. So that's a pretty big difference between these two.
Yeah, they're single file now. They understand that they might as well wait to the end to duel it out. These guys starting to single file themselves so they can catch up and have a chance to win this thing. They gained a lot the last time by, and they were 3 wide, but these guys were also battling, and they're not as strong.
I mean, yeah, it's just, I think the second pack could run them down if they really tried, but I don't think they're trying hard enough.
Let's see here.
What's the line? What's the gap going to be? Yeah, they lost some time, about 2/10. Robbie Gordon is still in control of this main pack, but we got, looks like David Reagan we're encountering.
Oh, they might start being racy now, but David Reagan, they could catch up to him at some point. We still could see a caution, but if even if, oh my goodness, even if there were a caution, there could be. I think that would end the race there.
Yeah, I mean, any caution from 5 to go onwards would end the race, but I don't think we're going to get a caution soon. I think it takes more than 3 cars single file out front to bring out a yellow as the gap. We'll see. Does it go down? It does.
No, they're
Not.
It goes up. The question is, who out of these two up in front is going to make the first move to take the duel win, potentially? Is it going to be Hornish or is it going to be Waltrip? Waltrip still staying behind Sadler for now.
Yeah, it is unbelievable how this has turned out. The racing was really tight. They are gaining. They're like 10 miles an hour faster than the 6 right now. So at this rate, what happens when they get to lap traffic? How is that going to affect the play of this race?
Definitely going to slow them up a little bit, and honestly could let that second pack be able to catch up to them and maybe pass them if they get held up that much. But with 3 to go now, my fault. Is it possible? I mean, I think they're just still losing time by jostling for position.
Whoa, there goes.
Oh, Michael Waltrip tried to make the move, but now Hornish goes around his outside. And Hornish moves up into second. Michael Waltrip slightly loses the draft, and he's falling back quite a fair bit.
Yeah, Waltrip might have a problem there. I don't know what happened, but these two starting to get away here. Let's see how it all ends up, but still got to take into factor that David Reagan can play. There they are. That's the gap. And we're coming to 2 to go.
I just think that Michael Waltrip trying to make a pass and then Sam Morris's car is just really good that he's able to just leave him. And I think he's getting dusted right now.
He has a lot of draft, 200 miles an hour from the 55. But we are at 2 laps to go.
These two are still nose to tail. Sam Hornish, I think Sadler decided to slide up there. Barely slides up. Hornish is trying to look for that opening that he has on the inside, but he's not going to be able to get there.
Let's see what happens here. Here comes Waltrip. Is not out of this thing whatsoever. He's still trying to get back in it. I don't know what happened earlier, but we're coming to the white flag.
white flag is gonna display this time by who out of these three is gonna win the duel. Will they flip like they did in Duel 1 as they come off of 4 through the restarts, and it goes walking to the inside. White flag is out, 1 to go in Duel 2.
I think that may have just killed the momentum. Never mind. Michael Waltrip may have to run to the inside.
Let's see here.
Moves up into
Who's gonna
second,
block?
but he's trying to go for Sadler.
He's
Sadler gonna go up top. Oh, what
not
happened
clear.
there?
What a run.
Here comes Hornish. Big run on the top. What does he do down the back stretch? He goes low.
To the inside.
Here we go. We're getting ready for another.
The question is
gonna get it
Hornish
here?
going to be able to prevail?
There's a slow car in the way. Slow car might be in the way.
Let's
Hornish,
see.
fastest car all
Side by
night
side.
long. Side by
Unbelievable.
side. Off of turn 4 to Sadler. Get the run off the corner.
get it?
He does have it.
I don't
Entering
think he
the
has it.
side by side. It's going to be.
Sadler. Unbelievable.
Sadler wins at Duel 2 at Daytona.
By a
man.
bumper.
What a finish. What a duel. We've had some great duel racing here. Unbelievable.
13,000ths of a second. Is my
You got a flip and a photo finish.
23.
23, okay. I was a 10th off.
Wow. So, a clean finish this time. What we thought could have happened earlier.
Through the trial, it looked like it could have been Hornish just barely, but then
Just like the run
Sadler,
that Sadler got off 4 was just
yeah,
too
was
much.
huge. And then across the line, it's Sadler who gets him.
Well, yeah, y'all. We should watch out for that 77 in the 500. Unbelievable speed from him.
Oh, yeah.
Able to just pull out and from the rest of the field.
Compared
Yeah,
to.
look at the momentum the 19 had. Just enough to get him the victory.
And Hornish barely started to advance as they came across the line. But I feel like if this was Talladega and the start finish line is about 1,000 feet further up,
Where it
Hornish
should
could have
be.
maybe won. But it's just the outside line that can do so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Daytona.
Green flag is
3 wide.
Kelly's Hendrick duo to stay out front. Gonna go back down the block. Back bush. White flag is in the air. 1 to go in the Daytona duels. Johnson by himself. As well. Gosh, Kyle Edwards into him. Jeff Gordon's gonna win the Daytona duels.
Green flag underway. We're racing here in duel number 2. The back of this field still very calm.
To the inside. White flag is out. 1 to go in duel 2.
Down the back stretch, he goes low.
Off the corner.
Gonna get it.
He does have it. It's gonna be.
Sadler.
Wins at Duel 2 at Daytona.
What an incredible finish